All right, today we're going to dive deep into one of the most powerful and honestly dynamic parts of your body. We're talking about a true command center for stress, for metabolism, really for survival itself. I mean, have you ever really thought about it? What's going on inside you when you have to slam on the brakes to avoid an accident? And what's managing the slow burn of a really tough week at work? They feel totally different, right? But the source, well, it's actually the same. And the answer lies right here in the adrenal gland. But here's the catch. It's not just one thing. It's basically two completely different endocrine organs that fuse together. You've got this inner core and an outer layer, and each one has a totally different job. So let's start from the inside and work our way out. We're going to begin with the core of the gland. This is the adrenal medulla, and you can really think of it as your body's first responder. It's like an internal ER. Now, you can see here, the medulla makes up less than a third of the gland's total mass, but don't let that fool you. Its impact is immediate, and it is dramatic. Its whole job is to pump out a group of hormones we call catecholamines. And you've definitely heard of these, especially adrenaline, right? Catecholamines are basically the chemical messengers that are screaming "go" now throughout your entire body. They're what gets you ready for intense, immediate physical action. That classic fight or flight response. But here's the cool part. It isn't just a blunt instrument. It's this incredibly coordinated effort. Epinephrine, or adrenaline, opens up the floodgates, dilating blood vessels to your muscles and liver to give them a huge surge of fuel. At the exact same time, norepinephrine clamps down on blood flow to places that are less critical, like your digestive system. It's an amazing feat of resource management, and it all happens in a split second. And just as quickly as it all starts, it's designed to fade away. 2 minutes. That's about the half-life of these catecholamines in your blood. So this system is built for short bursts. It's designed to get you out of danger, and then it gets out of the way. Okay, now for the outer layer. If the medulla is the emergency room, then the adrenal cortex, well, it's more like the hospital's long-term planning committee. It's not dealing with the immediate crisis. Its job is to manage your resources for the long haul. And the cortex itself is organized into 3 distinct zones, and each one produces a different class of steroid hormones. You've got the outer zone, which makes aldosterone for salt and water balance. Then the middle zone makes cortisol, which is all about metabolism. And the inner zone makes androgens, sex hormones. Now, of all of these, cortisol is the one we really need to focus on when we talk about long-term stress. While adrenaline is handling that moment of sheer panic, cortisol is the one managing the sustained challenges. It taps into your body's energy reserves, it dials down inflammation, and it actually changes your metabolism to help you endure stress over hours, or days, or even weeks. And you can really see the difference in their jobs when you look at their half-life. See? Epinephrine, gone in a flash, about 2 minutes. Aldosterone, which helps regulate hydration, sticks around a little longer. But look at cortisol. It circulates for over an hour. That tells you its role isn't about the split-second decision. It's about creating a whole new, stable state for your body to operate in while it's under pressure. So, with such powerful hormones in play, you have to ask, how does the body keep them from just, running wild? It all comes down to this beautifully precise system of checks and balances. For cortisol, it's regulated by this really elegant negative feedback loop. Think of it like a thermostat for your body. The pituitary gland in your brain tells the adrenal cortex, hey, release some cortisol. Then, once the levels in your blood get high enough, that cortisol itself sends a signal back to the brain that says, okay, that's enough, you can turn the command off now. It's this amazing self-regulating system. And get this, it's not just for stress. Your body uses this system every single day. Cortisol levels naturally peak between about 4 and 10 in the morning. That morning surge is what helps wake you up. It raises your blood sugar and gets your metabolism fired up for the day ahead. And then it gradually tapers off, hitting its lowest point in the evening to help you wind down. This balance is absolutely critical because when this carefully calibrated system gets thrown way off, specifically when there's way too much cortisol for way too long, the consequences, well, they can be really severe. This condition is known as Cushing syndrome. It's basically the clinical picture of what happens when that long-term strategist, the adrenal cortex, goes into complete overdrive and just doesn't shut off. And the effects are profound because cortisol has its hands in everything. It actually breaks down protein, which leads to thin skin and really weak muscles. It also tells the body where to store fat, causing it to pile up in the face, the abdomen, and the upper back, while the arms and legs can get really thin. It just vividly shows you that cortisol isn't just some stress hormone. It's a master regulator of your body's entire structure and metabolism. So as we wrap this up, let's circle back to that central idea. The adrenal gland, it isn't one thing. It's a partnership. It really is a tale of two glands working together. It's really this simple. You have the fast-acting medulla for that immediate crisis, the flight or fight, and then you have the slow strategic cortex to make sure you have the resources to actually survive that stress. One gives you that burst of speed to escape danger, the other makes sure you can recover and carry on afterward. And that leaves us with one last thought. From your sleep schedule to your diet to how you manage chronic stress day in and day out, your adrenal glands are constantly responding to all of it. So the question is, how are our modern lives affecting this ancient, powerful system that was designed for our survival?